Massive exhaust sticking out the back. And then we're gonna try to clean it up. So guys, we just received an Audi R8 LMS, an official GT3 race car, and we are now going to completely clean it up. We're going to clean the exterior, remove all the flies from the front, clean the wheels because they are very, very dirty as well. The engine bay, the interior, so fully clean up. We are going to begin with the wheels, and these are quite dirty. We are first going to try the light wheel cleaner, and if that is not working, we have to use something stronger. And later we're going to tell you something more about the car, because there's many differences between the street legal car and the race car that's actually completely different. So we just cleaned the wheels with an iron remover, and this wheel cleaner is for us the light wheel cleaner. In most cases this is more than enough to clean your wheels. It cleaned up quite well, but not good enough. So we have to go stronger, and therefore we have a strong wheel cleaner. This is much stronger than an iron remover. The dirt is really baked into the wheels, and it mainly happens when you leave it on for a very long time. That really bakes into the paint. And in this case also because the wheels get really hot, and the brake dust will then completely burn into the paint, and then it will be very hard to remove. So now we're going to clean the engine bay, so we have to take the covers off. We have to unlock this and the other side, and then we're going to clean the engine bay. The engine is basically based on the original R8 V10 engine, the 5.2 liter V10. The engine is tweaked a little bit and now has 570 brake horsepower. Only 1290 kilograms, it can only be super fast. Although the 1290 kilograms is based on dry kilograms. So dry means without petrol, and I believe also without oil, but that I'm not completely sure. And also without driver, obviously.
New millennium world going on and it's hard. 2000 chasing the goddamn thing in my heart. And it's hard. I'm living in a world that's so far away from a fantasy. Pass me by, 'cause I got drama on my mind. These late night streets are hard to find. I don't know just what to do. I'm about to have a drink and have a smoke or two, and think about what's in front of me. My mind can't think, whereas my eyes can see.
So the front of the car is completely covered in bugs and insects from driving fast, obviously. I'm now completely sprayed in with bugs off. What this will do is dissolve all the insects, and we leave it for a few minutes, and then you can just wipe them off. You don't have to clean hard or make scratches on the paint. So we also have quite a lot of rubber stains on the car, and it happens because of these things. And these come from the tires from other race cars, and when the rubber is very soft, hot, and will touch your paint, it makes stains. It can be from previous cars or from your own tires, and then these stains we can clean off, obviously, with a glue remover. So we're going to first do that, clean off all the rubber stains with a glue remover, and then we're going to move up to the next step.
Got a good girl at home, waiting up all alone. I'm out here fucking around with the same shit I've been on. Little baby popped up in my DM, say she in town for the weekend. Can I see you tonight? Oh. Now I'm drunk speeding on the 5.
So the paint is now shining again. So now we're gonna do the interior. That's always a bit different with race cars. It is not easy to clean between everything. You have the roll cage, you have seats, you have cables running everywhere. So we're gonna do our best. It's not easy to get in, so I'm gonna first remove my shoes to move them a little bit around. Then we're gonna try to clean it up. And to get in the car, we can actually remove the steering wheel. We have it up here. You see here the flippers to change gear as well. And the gearbox, so it is an not completely automatic gearbox. You actually have a clutch up here, as you can see. And therefore, it is maybe a little bit confusing for most of you. These cars, you can actually start them and you have to drive off using the clutch. So when you're driving, you just can change gears with these flippers. So when you stop and you drive off, you have to use the clutch. So what I know from the old Porsches and 997s with a sequential gearbox, you also have to use the clutch when downshifting. And I believe this is a newer model and you don't have to use the clutch downshifting in this particular car. So only using it with driving off and stopping again. And here for driving around, this is absolutely not usable. It has also a race clutch. We can better push it because it's nearly not to do moving it around here in the wash bay. It's not usable for the street or just normal in and out driving. So now we have here the steering wheel, the button to drink. So we have actually drink bottles up there. And you can actually attach that to your helmet. With this button you can activate that, and there's a little motor, washer, actually the same thing that you use on the washer of your wiper blades, will push the water into your helmet basically. Then we have here the button radio to communicate with your team. So, and this is the coolest one, Maverick from Top Gun. You always have to remember when you're driving this. So to start it, you have to switch this off. The main power is now off, so it's not working. You can switch this on and then pull up the ignition, that will go on, and then push the start button. And if you want to go backwards, you have to use this. And then we also have a screen up here, and on the back, underneath the rear spoiler, is a camera, because a rear mirror doesn't make sense up here. You don't see anything in the back. So now we're going to vacuum clean it up, dust. It is mainly dust basically. So let's start. we have a couple of screws that are a little bit rusty, so we're gonna fix them up and put them back in. So the racing version of the R8, the LMS, is completely different as the street version. The car is based on an aluminium space frame with a bolted roll cage. And you see the roll cage running from the front completely to the back. You see it coming out the chassis up there and then going all across there. And if you look in the interior, you also see across here, and the roll cage is making sure that the car is super stiff. And the biggest difference is the looks from the outside, because most parts are carbon fiber, so the top is completely aluminium, and all the other bits, what I can see and feel, is all carbon fiber. So super light. So you also have a massive exhaust sticking out the back. Has a complete jacking system. They put here the air, jacks come out from underneath here, and then they can take off the wheels. So this car is from the year 2011, and in 2012 the facelift came out, and the facelift was basically an updated version with a lot of better things to it. You could either way buy a complete new car, or you could buy a package from Audi to convert your older LMS car to an Ultra version. So a lot of updates you were then getting in the package, and mainly the biggest difference is the bigger rear spoiler you had with the Ultra R8. You also had air scoops in the front fenders, and the doors were from carbon fiber, and they had carbon fiber door cards. Previously they were from aluminium. So the car was getting a lot lighter than the previous one. So the updated one was called the R8 LMS Ultra. We also use a few shots from other YouTube videos. They actually drove this car in America. If you want to see that, click the link below. We have put the link of that video in our bio. So definitely watch that. It is absolutely amazing how they drive this car. So thank you for watching again, and I'll see you at the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you very much, and see you next time.